Hello, welcome to another episode of Chat and Chew. My name is Gigi Naval, registered dietitian nutritionist, and I am so pleased to have 4 of our awesome dietetic students. They are graduating in less than a year, so I know they are really getting excited and maybe burnt out a little bit of school, but I know that they're looking forward to being done. But in the meantime, let's get to know them, and I'm going to start to my farthest right, and we have Cassie. Hi, Cassie.
Hello.
Hi there. Where do you come from?
I'm from Washington, Walla Walla.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
What inspired you to become a dietitian?
You know, I've always loved food and eating, but I also like helping people, and I feel like dietetics really merges the two, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's perfect. It does merge the two beautifully.
Yeah.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
And Megan, hello.
Hello.
Where do you come from?
I am local. I am from Southern California, Redlands. So
Yay, Redlands.
very close to Loma Linda.
Yay.
Yes.
Wonderful. You know, what are some of the personal nutrition practices that you just do every day?
You know what? I'm not going to lie, it's very hard. Even knowing what you should do and what you shouldn't do, it's really difficult. And I have 2 kids, and so I'm running around all the time.
Yes.
So I would have to say, honestly, water, keeping water with me is definitely my #1. And
Excellent.
making sure I always have whole fruits on hand. Usually it's like apples and oranges and the ones that you're used to.
True.
That way, if I'm running out and I feel like I'm probably not going to have the best nutrition for the day, I'll always have something like a whole food with me.
Excellent. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
Sure.
Hello, Amber.
Hello.
Hi. Where do you come from?
I'm also local, Southern California. Actually, I grew up in Yorba Linda.
Yorba Linda.
Yes,
Very
Orange
nice. Okay, fantastic. Now, when people ask you about nutrition, what is your #1 nutrition tip for people?
My nutrition tip is always to eat mindfully. You know, to pay attention to the type of foods that you're consuming, the source of those foods, and your overall day, not just meal by meal.
Excellent. I love that. That is very helpful, for sure. Thank you. And last but not least, we do have the token male of the class, actually.
Always.
Always. And we have William. Hello, William.
Hi, Dr. Naval.
Where are you from?
I'm from right up the hill at Ukaipa,
Okay.
right next to Oak Glen, known for its apples.
Oh, yes. And this time of year, because we're taping in November, it definitely is a fun, perfect time of year to get some good apples.
I agree.
Yeah, so when all is said and done, once you graduated from here and you have your boards, you pass your boards, what is the plan?
I would personally like to start a nutrition counseling business where I get to work with clients one-on-one. I think, as part of a dietitians in private practice, it's great to help clients, but sometimes they don't get enough interaction. So I would really like to start a business where I get to work with patients on a weekly basis.
Ah, yes. And because I did get to work with you 2 summers ago, I know that you already do that really well. So
I appreciate
you're
that.
going to be very successful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so today's episode is actually called Enjoying the Health of the Holidays. Ooh, that sounds like a great theme for the day. So I'm going to ask each one of you something about the holidays. What is your favorite part about the holidays, whether it be Thanksgiving, Christmas? Let's start with whoever wants to start.
I'll start.
Okay. Yes, Megan.
My favorite part is spending time with my family, and it is the one time where I get to just bake all the time. So I love that I have that opportunity to do that.
What do you love to bake?
I like baking cookies because I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and I love just continuously trying to get that perfect cookie where it's just a little crispy on the outside but chewy on the inside.
Oh,
that's my favorite.
Please reserve some.
That's my favorite. Absolutely, absolutely.
See, even dietitians, we do love to bake cookies, and we don't deprive ourselves of it. We have it as a treat every now and then. And as you said, you do it during the holidays. It's not like you do it all year long.
Absolutely.
So, nice. Great. Okay, who's next? Who else wants to share about their favorite part of the holidays?
My favorite part of the holidays is honestly lounging around while everybody else cooks. Maybe my good friends like Megan, our family. And I think that actually comes a little bit from cooking a lot on a week-to-week basis, you know, my lunches and things like that. Usually my folks and my family are, you know, working longer hours than me, so they're eating out, things like that. So that's kind of the time of the year that we actually switch roles, and my mom's actually in the kitchen, and then I get to, you know, just relax and just enjoy being around family. So.
It's a win-win situation, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It works out.
Good. I love it. And who else?
Well, I'm from Washington, like I said, so I really enjoy going home and being able to spend that extra time with my family. It's also nice, anyone who knows me knows I hate being cold, but there's something about Christmas. I do like being cold during Christmas, so being in Southern California and being able to go home and it's snowy and just to kind of like stay in and be with my family, it's nice.
It's gotta be nice.
Yeah. Like a winter wonderland.
Yes, it is.
Nice. Last but not least.
My favorite is the holiday traditions. I like sticking to the best of the traditions. One personal tradition that is in my family for Christmas, my dad will blow up enough balloons to fill up the whole living room.
Oh, too fun.
And that's our snow. And each of us have a balloon with our name on it and like a dollar bill or something. We have to find our balloon with our name on it to get our dollar bill after we've already played in our snow. Like, it's really fun.
Oh, that is a great tradition for sure. Did he come up with that one?
Yes, it is his. It's my dad's tradition.
It's original.
It's his original tradition, and we have appreciated it and look forward to it every single year.
I love it. That is great. So then, you know, we like to make treats and things like that, like Megan was saying. So, do you have anything to share with us, show us, or?
Yep, we have a couple recipes today. Megan and Cassie are going to demonstrate for us a Christmas holiday bark.
And
cool.
William and Amber are going to demonstrate a baked pear. And what is the official title of this?
Cinnamon baked pears.
Cinnamon.
You can name them cinnamon spice baked pears, holiday pears, whatever you like, whatever sounds nice and snazzy.
There you go. I like having cinnamon in there.
Yeah. Gives it the warmth.
Technically, our recipe also has cinnamon in it, but it's holiday bark, so, you know.
Holiday bark. Oh, that's so cute.
Throw anything in there.
Megan and Cassie style.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, so we're gonna our first recipe is gonna be the pear.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna get started for you. It's actually really great because it's a short recipe, so it's not gonna take too much time at all. Most of the time we'll just be baking. So I'll go ahead and get started with the first step for you folks here. Yeah. We have right here 1/2 cup of rolled oats. We've got a 1/4 cup of chopped almonds. And right here we have a 1/3 cup of brown sugar and a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Now, a little bit of these ingredients can be interchangeable, which we'll share with you later. But for right now, we're just gonna mix all of these together.
Nice. And what makes this recipe so good?
Yeah, well, oh, did you want to go ahead?
Well, I think we all have a pretty good idea, but if you have something,
you can take turns.
You go ahead and then
take turns.
I can chime in.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, you know, there's no way around getting sweet, you know, desserts during the holidays, right? We're gonna indulge somehow, one way or another. So the goal of this recipe isn't exactly to be super healthy or anything like that. It's just the purpose is to be a better alternative to a cheesecake, more mindful than a cheesecake or, you know, a dozen cookies, things like that.
Great. Oh, I love that.
And then we're gonna add the butter right on top.
Okay. Fantastic.
And I think this is a really great recipe because usually when you have something like this, you can poach it, right? And I think baking is a great method of cooking simply because you kind of preserve some more of those vitamins and minerals rather than it leaching out into the water.
Correct.
And if you don't know what poaching is going to be taking a fruit and placing it into a liquid, usually water, sometimes it's other like wine and things like that, which we don't use, but I know that it's something that others might.
Well, water is perfect enough.
Absolutely. But baking, I think, is one of the best parts of this one.
Yeah. Definitely, but I love that you pointed out that it does preserve the nutrients in it, then leaching it out. So you're getting lots of benefits by enjoying this great decadent treat.
Yeah. And once it's all mixed, you're going to be all ready. I was supposed to save a little bit more butter to spread on the pears, but we'll be okay. Amber's going to show you the next one.
It's all good.
Okay, so one of my favorite tools in the kitchen when working with fruits especially is a Melon Baller. So it's going to help you to make these beautifully perfect.
Oh my.
I know how you like things perfect, Megan, so I'm going to do this.
Gratitude. Wow,
and then you're just going to make a little hole.
It's popping out so nicely.
Yes, you see that? It's beautiful, gorgeous. And we just cut the pears in half to get this insides.
Yeah.
And you can leave the stems on. It actually kind of looks nice with a little bit of stem coming out. It'll give it a nice little...
Yeah, they're really pretty like
aesthetic.
that.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah. And you really don't need to take out a whole too much. We don't want to waste all of the pear. But it's up to you, whether you want a large bowl in there or, a more shallow bowl. I think me and Amber both go for a little bit more of the shallow style.
Okay, no, that's good. So what about like substitutions? Are there any alterations that you could do with this recipe?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know that you could definitely use a different type of fruit. I've made a recipe like this where we've used apples instead, and it turned out really well too.
Okay. Yes.
You could also use peaches or
there you
kind
go.
of whatever fruit is in season. So if it's not the holidays, you could pick something else.
And then with this mix in the middle here, there are oats in there, but there are also some nuts, so you can leave out the nuts if someone's allergic or don't like them.
Oh, yes.
You can.
We do have to be mindful about
that.
that.
That's true.
Yes.
Allergies are an important thing to cover. But also, you can change the nuts. You can do walnuts, you can do pecans, you can do anything, almonds, anything that your favorite nut. Cashews even. You can try. You can try anything really.
Okay. And so now we're going to take as much butter as we got right here. We're just
I got a little too happy pouring there.
brush it right on top of these.
And another substitution would be butter. I know they make a lot of like vegan butter now.
Coconut. I read
They do coconut or just an
Yeah.
oil. Absolutely. Probably want to stay away from an olive oil because that's just so strong. But maybe like a canola oil. Something like that.
Your choice of basically any kind of liquid fat will go good right on top.
Right. These things are fun in the kitchen too. I love my tools.
You know what? Amber made it work. You were able to.
They all
You don't need to say a whole too lot.
Amber always makes it work.
Thanks, guys.
Fantastic.
Next ingredient's going to be cinnamon sugar, and you're just going to sprinkle it on top to your liking. That could be another not so alteration, I'll say, instead of substitution.
Okay,
You can
correct.
go ahead. I'm just going to do a light.
It does make it look so pretty with the cinnamon.
And it smells fantastic.
When you bake it, it'll be like caramelized, right?
Yes.
From the sugar
It'll look
on
really
top.
nice
Really
after.
pretty,
Yes.
golden.
Okay.
And you have the perfect touch when you're like drizzling it. It's just perfect.
And then ever so carefully, just spoonful.
There we go.
This is another one that's to your liking. You can have more or less topping on there. It is all preference.
Yeah, and again, it's not taking long to prep this.
It does not take long at all. It does
Most of
not.
the ingredients a lot of people have at home too. A lot of people have rolled oats, some
That's
brown
true.
sugar in the cabinet. I think the only thing you really have to go out and get is the pears.
Pears, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds
And the good thing about pears, like we were saying, pears are definitely in season during the wintertime.
Right.
Which is great. You won't have trouble finding them at all in the market. And
They're everywhere.
funny enough, little fun fact, USDA actually named December National Pear Month.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, little. Fun fact. Yeah, so
Perfect.
you will definitely be okay finding pears, but if not, like we said, apples are also in season.
Yeah, it would definitely.
This is also a great way to use if you have like older produce or pears because you could make it look really nice even if they're a little overripe or something. But
Yeah, you could cover up some little dark spots that are still okay to eat.
I'm just spreading the love here a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. We don't want to waste the
I don't
thing.
want to waste an oat or a nut.
Not a warm sugar, so.
Yeah. Okay. And then you are just going to, when you're ready, pop these in the oven. You don't need to wrap them in foil.
Oh,
You can just go ahead.
Yeah.
Throw them right on in for 35 to 40 minutes.
All right.
At 400 degrees.
Okay, he's going to go ahead and do that for us. That was so wonderful.
So
I can't wait.
I know.
Oh my.
I'm so excited.
Wow. All right, thank you so much.
Yes.
What do we have next?
So we have a holiday chocolate bar.
Oh,
Yeah.
holiday chocolate
And we
bar.
tried to keep the colors kind of Christmassy, so
Uh-huh.
red and green here. So we have some dried cranberries that Megan's showing, some freeze-dried raspberries. We have some walnuts here.
Walnuts are my favorite.
Yes.
There you go.
And then we have
Too.
some pistachios as well.
It's my other favorite.
Yeah, people don't use them often in baking or cooking.
Yeah, no, that's true. You're right.
Not often enough.
That's true.
Yeah, I've been putting them on my salads though as a topper.
That would be really good.
I'm like, oh, okay.
That's perfect.
It is. All of these would be good on a salad.
Yeah, I think a great note too is for the holidays. I don't know if you guys planned that, but the green and the red.
Absolutely.
Of course. That was no mistake. Yeah, it goes right on par there.
So that's what makes. So is that what makes this recipe great, wonderful, good? Is there anything else about it?
You know what? I think the dark chocolate because
Oh yes.
I do love dark chocolate. I know a lot of people don't, Amber. You're not the biggest fan of it.
I love it.
And that's okay.
Only when it has such good ingredients mixed with it.
Oh,
Right,
there
that
you
you're
go.
gonna see. Right.
Yeah.
So
Good
here's
point.
what makes it more holiday. Other than the beautiful colors,
Yes.
we have cinnamon. So I actually tried out a few different flavor components with this chocolate, and you can do. We did clove
And
right?
nutmeg.
And we did nutmeg.
Yeah.
They all taste good. It's just more what you like. You
Yeah,
can even
no,
just take the
that's
pumpkin
true.
pie spice that has mixed with a lot of
Yes,
different spices.
that's really nice because it's all there.
And it kind of sounds a little strange.
I was
think.
very skeptical
all a
at
little
first.
Yeah, no, that's true, but it
Megan
works.
and it tasted really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like
good.
how those fusion restaurants put like 2 and 2 together and we're like, I'm not sure about that. But then when we
they
were
turns out
testing it last week, I was like,
It's amazing, right?
yeah. So, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we just started off. We have some water boiling here in this pan, and then we have a glass pot on top.
It's called a double boiler, so
Yeah.
it can be a glass bowl. Mine is, I like that it has a pour spout, so I'm a measuring cup.
Right,
too.
and a handle.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so perfect.
Yeah.
Pour it all in there.
So we're just gonna pour the chocolate in, and it melts pretty quickly. The water is boiling underneath.
Okay, that's right, it is.
Yeah.
I know, and you know, I know it's going to melt pretty quickly right in front of our eyes.
Yes, it will.
sure
It
will.
already is starting
Oh, well,
to
look at that.
melt right here. So I'm just gonna stir it too.
And why is it better to heat the chocolate up this way as opposed to, I don't know, in the microwave?
That's a great question.
true.
I think that it's actually more about making sure it doesn't burn. Chocolate can burn very
Oh, yes.
easily. And as you can see, it melts really easily. So,
Yeah.
1 second you're thinking, oh my gosh, this is never going to finish.
And then
the
it's
next
all melted.
Oh, it's like, whoa, all melted. Where did it go? And definitely don't want to burn the lovely chocolate.
No.
No. So that's why we do a double boiler. It's usually best for candy making chocolate.
Yes, so true. I know I've done it in the microwave too, where you're right about the time, and then I would overdo a few batches, and it's like, oops, I guess I can't use it.
You definitely have to do like 10 to 15 second bursts
Right.
and take it out and mix it. Because
Exactly.
you never quite know. You never quite know.
Yep.
And so
true.
we are going to, once this is completely melted, we're going to add the cinnamon. We don't want to add the cinnamon when it's too hot, just because some of the flavors will disperse and kind of burn out. So we have a tablespoon
Yeah.
of that.
And we have this is the chocolate that we used. We used 72% dark chocolate. We got it from Trader Joe's. It says here it's 17.
It says it's a pound plus, so
Yeah.
16 ounces is a pound, and it's almost 18 ounces, so it's 17.6
Okay.
ounces.
Yeah.
And I think that's a perfect amount because it's not too much, because when you're doing the bark, you want it to be kind of thin.
Yes, you're
Especially when you're wanting to be a little bit healthy.
It's a bark.
And you want it to be a little
So, it's
healthy.
gotta be- yeah.
You don't want to go too crazy.
Right. You don't want a thick bark.
Right,
Yeah.
Exactly. A nice thin bark. So while that's melting, so let me ask you all of you. So what's one of the challenges though of just going through the holidays?
I would say one of the challenges is being mindful, as I stick to, about your portion sizes.
Yeah.
I think there's always time to spread the love through the rest of the week of Thanksgiving or Christmas.
Not all in one shot.
Yeah. Save some for leftovers is my...
That's a great strategy.
And there's always food available too, just kind of sitting around. So not being mindful, it's easy to just go snack when you're not hungry, or even if no one's around, just, oh, that looks good. It's
I know. Let me reach out and put it in my mouth. But so mindfulness is so key.
Absolutely.
All right.
That's almost
I think one of the biggest challenges actually is trying to get enough vegetables in during the holidays.
Oh, excellent
I think it's funny how so many of the dishes revolve around bread rolls or mashed potatoes or stuffing. There's so much, you know, not just carbs, but you know, just refined carbs, you know, not nutrient-dense carbs. So while those are all good, you know, and we can still have some in moderation.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have a lot of dishes during the holidays, you know, that are carrots, that are, you know, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, things like that.
We need more of that.
Yeah.
My family's green bean casserole is more casserole than green bean.
Right.
Good point.
I've definitely witnessed that.
I know.
Broccoli, there's usually cheese and butter.
So I'm like, I'll make the casserole. I'll do it.
Good girl. I know. I like to put a lot of the French onions.
Yes. Oh, those are delicious.
That's the best part. Gotta have half a layer of that.
I mean, an onion is a vegetable.
But you know, you're only having it once a year.
Just absolutely. There you go.
Something nice to think about.
Look how fast that melted.
Yeah,
We're just talking and
dang.
it's all like smooth.
Yes, there's a couple chunks. But
With the walnuts, they can be a bit pricey. So if you get them on sale, get them. But if you would prefer any other nut, just as with our other recipe, definitely try. I haven't tried peanuts. I don't know how that would be. I'm sure almonds would be good.
Yeah.
And you can add coconut flakes, and I know a lot of people are either a hit or miss with coconut. So we didn't add that to ours.
Oh, okay. I love coconut.
I'm the miss.
Oh, you're the one. Got it. Yes.
I
think a lot of guys don't like.
See, I made that exact same nut.
Something about coconuts.
We need to do a study.
Didn't I feel like I told you. You told me.
I've tried.
Wow. All right.
So these ones we got were whole, and we kind of just used our hands and broke them up a little bit. You know,
because we all washed our hands, you know, before. So we're all nice and clean here.
We did. So it's not fancy.
But you're putting in some omega-3s in there, so
right.
Oh my.
We have the antioxidants there.
Already from here, and then anti-inflammatory.
Healthy fats and pistachios.
Absolutely. Okay,
Right.
take that off,
I think this is good to cool for.
Okay, beautiful.
Absolutely. And then, since that's off of the heat, then maybe you want to take that out, and we'll pour this in.
Oh yeah.
Take this.
There you go.
And we'll pour that in. So again, that's 1 tablespoon, and you can do it. We came up with, we tried it with like 1.5 tablespoons.
Oh, okay.
And when you taste it while it's melted, you might not be able to taste it as much. But once it sets, it's stronger.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes, be careful.
Yes.
So you can always add more or less of the spice, but definitely wait until it cools because it might be a little too much.
Yeah, if you put too much at the beginning, you're like, I can't taste it.
Right.
And then, like, no, it's there.
That's right,
Just
exactly.
gotta be patient.
That's right.
It's there.
So I'm just using a whisk in order to kind of combine the spice a little bit more so it's not chunky or anything. There we go. And so we have it's a foil lined pan. You can use parchment paper.
Oh yeah, true.
I would not use wax paper.
Yeah.
Just in case that melts a little too.
Yes.
No wax melting in your dessert, I don't think.
You know, I was listening to a podcast where one of the host was saying that now they do make parchment paper without BPA.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I haven't found it yet, but I heard him talk about it, so I'm like, oh, that's a good thing because we, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, if we're not doing this all the
avoid it.
time, then it should be fine. But if people are using it on a regular basis, so then, you probably don't want to do a lot of aluminum. But that's what we have for today.
Yes.
But the parchment.
And usually people have that on on hand at home is the foil. So that's another reason we decided to use the foil. But definitely parchment paper is probably the best choice.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And see, it just comes out so beautifully.
It does. It looks gorgeous. And it smells amazing too.
So good with that cinnamon too.
We're being spoken to. So we spread it out evenly, and you know, those chocolate lovers.
Move this
Thank
out
you.
of the way.
Chocolate lovers might not feel like it's enough chocolate, but I promise it will be. I promise.
It's true.
I promise.
Okay, there you go.
Alrighty. So,
All right.
do you want to go ahead
now we
and
have our
Maybe,
toppings.
William, maybe
Yeah.
we could move this.
Sure.
We have hot
Yeah, so
pads.
just be careful.
Put it in the sink.
It's hot. Oh, okay.
It's not too bad.
Okay, great.
And
Yeah,
so
then we can move back the there.
Beautiful. There we go.
Yeah.
And we have about, I don't know, we just kind of put them in bowls, eyeballed it, but it's just kind of however you want your bark to look like. Or if you want a lot per bite, then you can do more, which I like more toppings on my bark.
So I know that in recipes, when it's just kind of a whatever you want, you can throw in there. It bothers me a little bit that they don't specify, okay, well, how much do I have to go buy?
Oh,
you know?
yes.
Okay, sure, but what is too much or too little? So I suggest if you have even just a cup or half a cup of each item on hand,
And there
or
you go.
purchase that, then you'll be
You're good to
you're
go.
good to go. Absolutely.
Yeah. If you buy it bulk, as
And which is what we did.
yeah, which you all did. So, but half a cup is really good already
Yeah.
for this.
That's
that good?
plenty. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I like to, we're gonna kind of bang this a little bit,
Okay.
only because we like to kind of get some of those nuts in there, and then we're gonna do
So I know Cassie's going to quickly put all that on there. So I'm just going to ask, so what is so good about dark chocolates? Why should we eat it?
Dark chocolate, as long as it's 70% or more cocoa, it will have health benefits in the form of antioxidants.
Yes.
So that's why it is more healthful than milk chocolate. It's also vegan, vegetarian, you know, for your...
Do you want to check those? Sometimes they do still add some milk products.
Yeah, there might be some, I think,
Some of the things,
butterfat
okay.
in some
sometimes,
of them.
yeah. So definitely check.
Always good to read the ingredients and nutrition
Absolutely.
facts label, always.
Yeah.
Know what you're
exactly.
purchasing.
What do we think there, Dr. Noval? Does that
It is
look
so
good?
beautiful. It is
It's
so
so
festive.
colorful.
Isn't it?
It is so festive. With
shake it
William
in there a
noticing
little
there's the red and the green.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's, oh yeah, and we have one.
Yeah,
It
and we
looks
have,
like a holiday.
yeah, and to make it look even more so, we have freeze-dried raspberries. So we're just kind of gonna crunch them up like into a fine powder and sprinkle it on the top.
Beautiful.
And these are very tart, and a fun little fact that happened with us when we were practicing and trying to perfect this recipe. We were at my house, and my daughter, she wanted to try some, and then she tried some with the raspberries, and she ended up just, can I have some more raspberries? And so she's just dipping in the raspberries because I think that chocolate and the tartness of the raspberries, she had all over her face.
so that was a great memory for her.
Loved it, yes.
Well, you guys, I really appreciate it. We can't wait to try it. If we had more time, I'd be trying it in front of you. But we hope that these recipes will encourage you to make something nutritious and tasty and decadent for all of you. Until next time, we hope that you eat well in order to live well. Take care, everyone.
Bye.